Hi, Mr. Sapone here, and today we're just going to briefly solve some density problems. We're just going to go right through these 5 problems. So, number 1, if a 10 centimeter cubed block, I should say block of ice, has a mass of 9.17 grams, what is the density of the ice? And we have the formula for density up here. Density, denoted by the Greek letter rho, equals mass divided by volume. And this problem tells us that we have a 10 centimeter cubed block of ice. 10 centimeters cubed is a volume. V equals 10 centimeters cubed. And it has a mass of 9.17 grams. So if density equals mass divided by volume, we take the mass value and divide it by the volume, which is going to equal 9.17 grams divided by 10 centimeters cubed. And of course, when you divide anything by 10, you're just moving the decimal place over 1. This will equal 0.917 grams per centimeter cubed, if you can see that. 0.917. Just take the mass, divide it by the volume. Pretty much straightforward. The second problem is a similar one. A piece of tin has a mass of 16.52 grams and a volume of 2.26 centimeters cubed. What is the density of tin? Density equals mass divided by volume. And they tell us we have a mass of 16.52 grams divided by a volume of 2.26 centimeters cubed. And if we throw that in our calculator very quickly, 16.52 division key, 2.26 equals 7.3. So rho equals 7.3 grams per centimeter cubed. The density is just mass divided by volume. In the third case, it's a little bit different. A piece of metal has a density of 11.3 grams per centimeters cubed, so we know that rho equals 11.3 grams per centimeter cubed, and it has a volume of 6.7 centimeters cubed. What is the mass? And we're just going to plug the values in that we know. We know that rho, which is right here, is 11.3. 11.3 grams per centimeter cubed equals the mass. We don't know the mass. They're asking us what is the mass. Equals M over V. Volume in this case is 6.7 centimeters cubed. So how do we solve this? Well, we need to get the mass all by itself. So if we multiply this side by 6.7 centimeters cubed, so that cancels. We also got to multiply this side by 6.7. So if we look at 11.3 times 6.7, we end up with 75.7 grams. Remember, the unit we're using here for mass is grams. So really we just multiplied by 6.7 to solve that. The fourth one, we are again given a density value. An object has a density of 2.7 grams per centimeter cubed. And we are giving a mass value. So we have to calculate the volume. So density, 2.7 grams per centimeter cubed equals the mass, which is 8.1 grams. 8.1 grams divided by the volume. We have to calculate the volume. And in order to do that, right now we have volume in the denominator. And if you wanted to solve something like 4 equals 7 over x, well, what you need to do is you need to bring the x up. You got to multiply both sides by x to bring the x up. And then you would divide both sides by 4 to bring the 4 down. So what we can do is we can swap places with the v and the 2.7, but I'll do that out algebraically. I'm going to multiply this side by v. If I multiply this side by v, I have to multiply this side by v. And volume cancels. Now I know 2.7 times volume equals 8.1. If I divide this side by 2.7, grams per cm cubed. This is going to cancel, but I also have to divide this side by 2.7 grams per centimeter cubed. So this canceled. Volume equals 8.1 divided by 2.7. 8.1 divided by 2.7 equals 3. So the volume is 3 centimeters cubed. So you just have to algebraically manipulate these, or you can know that mass equals rho v, or that volume equals mass over rho. You can memorize these three different formulas, or you can just algebraically manipulate the one formula. That seems a little simpler, a little less memorization, but if you want to memorize the formulas, you have that option as well. And the last one, a cube, 6 centimeters by 5 centimeters by 3 centimeters. So we have a cube. The cube has a mass equals 450 grams. And they tell us that it's 6 cm by 3 cm by 5 cm. So they ask us to calculate the density, and rho equals m over v. We are given a mass equals 450 grams. We are not given a volume of the cube, but we should know that length times width times height is the volume of a cube. So if we multiply 6 cm times 3 cm times 5 cm, 18 times 5 is 50, and 40 is 90. So we have 90 centimeters cubed. And if we put 450 divided by 90 in our calculator, we should come up with 5 grams per centimeter cubed. So that was a two-part problem. You had to calculate the volume first and then solve the density equation. But this is, in general, how we solve density problems. You write the formula down, you list what you know, you plug in, and you algebraically manipulate the formula, and you solve. Relatively straightforward. Hopefully you can calculate density a little bit more efficiently now. This is Mr. Spoon.